Kia ora, welcome into Mitre 10 Sports Park here in Hastings in the beautiful Hawke's Bay for the 26th running of the Andrew Spence Pharmacies Potts Classic. I'm Mark Rosanowski and with me is a local athlete not competing tonight, Holly Manning, so we're lucky enough to have her as part of the coverage. And Holly, being a local, you can talk us through the weather at the moment. It's fairly fine and the breeze just starting to pick up a little.
Yeah, I would say that the weather conditions are pretty good at the moment. I hope that it stays like this. It's a little breezy, but I don't think it's too much to complain about, and perhaps a little bit of a helping wind down the home straight, which I guess you can't complain about.
A couple of ominous clouds. They seem to be going that way at the moment. Talk of the odd thundery shower. Have you experienced that here before?
Honestly, not here. I haven't been in very rainy conditions, but at Nationals last year in Wellington, the 800 caught the rain, so I know how it feels, but I'm praying that it's stays fine tonight.
3 years ago on your home track, right here, you won the senior title, 800 metres, and one of the key features tonight for bronze Continental Tour points will be the women's 800 at the end of the night. How much are you looking forward to that, and who do we look out for?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching that. I think that the one to watch is Alison Andrews-Paul. Rumour has it she's going for a PB tonight, so I think we should all be pretty excited to watch that.
Reigning national champion. We've got a lot of young talent on the rise, and in there, of course, is Bo Ritchie, who continues to produce personal bests.
Yeah, she's been running incredibly, so I think having that field to pull her through should hopefully bring her to another PB, which I know she's had a lot of recently. So yeah, it'll be an awesome race.
And being a national champion yourself in the past, you probably know about the nerves, because tonight 3,000 metres men's and women's senior national champions will be crowned here.
Yeah, definitely. I think the 3K is going to be another good race to watch. I think a lot of those athletes will be very nervous, but I think they'll be excited as well, especially being here at Potts Classic. This is a lot of athletes' favourite classic event of the season. So yeah, they'll be pumped, I think, as well as nervous. Yeah,
indeed. Look, we can't wait for those 3,000 metres, and then to look forward to all of the young talent we've got on show at the moment, talking about Bo Ritchie, obviously Sam Ruth, who's had a very big week, starting with a 4:01 mile at the Cooks last Saturday, and then his 150 and change personal best 800 metres during the week as well. And Maddie Waddell also on the track to look forward to. But now let's head up to the voice of the Potts Classic this afternoon and evening, and that is Hayden Sherman.
Well, kia ora koutou everyone, and welcome to the Mitre 10 Sports Park here in Hastings. It's fantastic to have your company. My name is Hayden Sherman. There has been a good amount of action so far in the day, and James Stain was leading the action in the pole vault. Successful at 4:30, and these were his attempts at 5:40. Had a good little crowd on the embankment cheering him along. Eliza McCartney, Olympic bronze medalist from back in 2016, and of course silver medal at the World Indoors last year. And here he is, James, having another little chat to himself. This would be a good season's best if he got it, but he looked really good over 5:30. I think he got that on his second attempt. Here's his final attempt at 5:40. Oh. You can see there's a good height there, but not to be. And then we had the 200s, and look at this from Lex Revel Lewis. First time under 21 seconds for Lex after his big 400 just the other day down in the Cooks Classic. Set a 20.84 meet record and personal best, so that really lit the track up and set the tone for what's to come. And this wonderful run from the girls in the 200. That was the B final, and here it was Skelly Tui taking out the women's race in a time of Kendra Skelly Tui in a time of 24:04. But as you can see out there on the field, we have the men's discus is already well on its way. We've got the Australian Maximilian Perry, who is sitting pretty strong early days in the competition with a 44 metre throw. We've also got an under 20 division running at the same time as well, and a para division. So we've got about 12 athletes total across all those divisions. Here we go, Corin Hanning, a little replay of his first throw, just staying inside the sector. But here is Angus Liver, who is a well-performed long jumper himself, but a multi-eventer these days. Here he is spinning the discus out of the circle, and that looked like a pretty good throw around the 40-metre marker. So it's round 4 here in the men's discus. Nathaniel Salopos still sitting in 3rd. He picked up the 3rd place at Nationals last year. Has a best of 52.17. Hasn't been able to get up into the 50s yet today, but round 4, let's see how he can go throwing into that Hawke's Bay breeze. This one's got good flight on it. Yes, that's beyond 50. There it is. He's found the rhythm. He gives it a good clap, likes it, nods the head. Take a look at the t-shirt. Love it. The men's discus is in its final stages. I mean, quite a long competition, but we are into round 6 there, and I can tell you, Nathaniel Salupo, we saw his excellent throw of 51.73. That put him in the lead. Blessing Sefo has got himself up into 2nd place with a 46.96. And Jade Zaya with a 44.66 in round 6 is sitting comfortably there in 3rd, just ahead of Max Perry. So clear on that women's pole vault is Hannah 80, first attempt, Aria Rhodes, 2nd attempt at 370, and Elaine Zai, 2nd attempt. Talea Vorster, 3 misses. She's out with a 360 best today, but all these athletes getting really close to their lifetime best. All right, Hannah 80, bar at 380. Wow. Soars into the Hastings sky. Wow. And this is Aria Rhodes now. First look at 380. Now this will be a personal best. She gets 3 attempts. Coming in with good speed. Oh, yes, wow. There it is. Aria Rhodes, lifetime best here at the Potts Classic. The bronze medalist from the national champs, Elaine Zai, is thinking, oh my goodness, these other women are going clear first attempt at 380. I've got my work cut out for me if I want a little paycheck at the end of today. She can hang on to that 2nd place. Let's see. Yes, over. Wow, we've got a good competition on our hands here. 3 women clear at 380. Hannah 80, Aria Rhodes, Elaine Zai, bar at 390. First look at 390, yes! Wow! So equaling her lifetime best. Could we see one or maybe all 3 of these women have a look at 4 meters?
Cool. Yeah.
Right, Aria Rhodes. She's already posted a PB today. Can she go even higher? She may not have ever seen a 390 bar in a competition. And yes. Elaine Zai, she's over at 390. Aria Rhodes has had 2 misses. She's had 2 looks at that bar at 390. She has one more look at it. She will bow out at the competition with a successful clearance at 380. That's the best she's ever done, so she'll be really, really happy with her day's work. The bar now at 4 meters. Let's have a look. Hannah 80, first attempt. This will be a lifetime best. Can she get into the magic 4 meter club? She does. Wow. There it is. Hannah 80, we have another 4 meter vaulter. She joins the club. Massive result. You can look in the background. All of her competitors know what that means. Right, Elaine Zai, first attempt at 4 meters. No. So that'll put her in 2nd place as she's watched Hannah go clear. But she's in lifetime best form tonight. Hannah 80 now. Is this at 410? Wow.
Wow.
She's just in disbelief. So that was a 2nd time clearance at 405. But first look at 410. Oh, it was a good attempt. Like, the foot took it down, but she's not scared of the height.
No, you can tell, like, she looks pretty comfortable there.
Here is Hannah 80, last chance. Believe she's got one more. Yeah, she's got one more. So more to come. Now Hannah 81 last attempt. That was close. That'll give her a lot of encouragement at 4:10. She's hit some big personal bests. Some new barriers have been broken for her. Look at all those personal bests in that top three. It was a really special evening for these ladies, particularly for Hannah 80, who finds herself a 4-metre vaulter tonight. And she joins the likes of Olivia McTaggart, Imogen Eris, and Liza McCartney, of course. And let's turn our attention to the Scott Clinic 400 metres men's, the one-lapper. And this is going to be electric. I know we've got one scratching, unfortunately, so no Lex Revel-Lewis. Got Owen Reid in lane 3, and next to him Cameron Moss, then Kahurangi Cotterill, the New Zealand Secondary Schools champion, Tommy Tapuni, absolute speedster over the one-lapper. Jonathan Maples really progressing well in the 4 hurdles, and Max Lua outside in lane 8. Jonathan Maples in lane 7. And we're away cleanly in the 400 metres, brought to you by HB Orthotics. And Tommy Tapuni right up onto the shoulder early on Jonathan Maples. Kahurangi Cotterill's trying to stay with him, but at the moment it is Tommy Tapuni. He has the lead. Good solid start from him. I want to say that's about 22 seconds for that first 200 metres. And look at this from Kahurangi Cotterill. He's hanging tough. What can, on the outside, Jonathan Maples do? Into the home straight now. Tommy Tapuni has the lead. Kahurangi Cotterill's right there. Tommy Tapuni, he's holding it together for the line. What's the time going to be? Whoa! Well, it's fast. But boy, I could smell the lactate from right up the top of the stands.
The grimace, the classic 400 grimace.
So it's confirmed as a meeting record, 46.64. I don't think that's a personal best for Tommy, but man, that was fast. Kahurangi Cotterill 47.42. And then Jonathan Maples, big personal best from him, 47.57, and that's going to give him a lot of confidence.
Down here with Tommy Tapuni. He's just taken out the 400 metres, Tommy, and an improvement on your time from Wednesday night. So down to a, what was it, 46 and 64 tonight. How are you feeling about that?
Just trying to keep going up or keep lowering the times as I run through more and more of these meets. So yeah, it's going all right.
You were chasing Allure on Wednesday night behind Lex Revel-Lewis, and he was only just outside the national record. How did you feel about your run midweek?
To be honest, it was a terrible run. I've had some pretty hard loading training sessions, a few weeks of that, so just trying to come out of that, which anyone who does that sort of training knows how long that can take. But Lex is running really well, give him his props. But I plan to be there soon, but just keep going, yeah.
All right, start list for the women's 400A final. We've got Grace Wisniewski, Zita Mia Diego, who have seen tonight already, Kate Borton, Madeline Waddell, Isabel Neal, Jordan Blake, Holly Rule. This is a really classy 400. So you got Mia Diego, she's the 200 metre New Zealand Secondary Schools champion. Kate Borton came silver in this event at that championship. Madeline Waddell took it out. Then Isabel Neal, of course, has medalled in this event at a senior level in the past. Jordan Blake just outside of her, and then Holly Rule, the under-18 gold medalist back in 2020 in the one-lapper. But here we go. We're coming up to the 200 mark, and it's looking like Madeline Waddell has made up a lot of that stagger early on. Isabel Neal just on the outside of her. Jordan Blake. So these three women coming into this last bend. Let's see who's got the strength as they round out, coming into the home straight. A good run from Madeline Waddell, sitting in first place as they come off the bend. Isabel Neal just grimacing a little bit, but onto the finishing straight here. Madeline Waddell has the lead. Isabel Neal's there. Who can close? Who can hold on? It is Madeline Waddell for the win. Isabel Neal, and then Jordan Blake holds on to third place. Wow, well, it was a good, strong first 200 from Madeline Waddell.
Yeah, that was an excellent run by her. It was so strong and confident. That last 100 was, yeah, you could tell she was fighting, but I think everyone who runs a 400 the last 50 metres is pretty horrible.
The senior men's shot is going to get underway very, very soon. And we've got Nick Palmer. Nick Palmer last year at this event went into that magic 20-metre club. He is our top-ranked athlete coming into this. There's our start list. Angus Liver, we've seen a bit of him today, multi-eventer. He's mixing it up with the big boys. Blessing Sefor, Nick Palmer, as we mentioned, Nathaniel Salopo, Han Ornell, and Liam Nachok-Wolf. And in the para, Corin Hanning in there. And of course, Jack Adams, the F46 athlete. Right, Liam Nachok-Wolf. First look at Liam spinning well in the circle. He posted a PB at Cook's. So Liam, he is chasing Nick Palmer already, who is out to 18.17. But that's a 17.14, so good opener from Liam. He's into second place. Blessing Sefor is in third with a 15.17. Nathaniel Salopo in fourth with a 15.27. And this is our first look at our para-athletes in the shot put circle. Jack Adams. And that looked like a good first opener out beyond 12 metres. Now in the background, we actually had Nick Palmer throw out a 19.29 in the shot put, so he takes out that competition. Here's Nick Palmer's final throw. Oh! And he steps out the front of that circle, but raises his hands to the crowd. Nick Palmer really delighted his home crowd with a 19.29. Didn't hit the 20 metres, and there was talk of potentially something well above 20 metres today, but not to be. Blessing Sefor finishing there in second with a good strong outing. Jack Adams 10.89, Corin Hanning 10.54 in the para division in the shot. Now, the New Zealand Championships, the 3,000 metres, perfect conditions for 3,000 metre running. And Holly Manning, we've got a field on our hands.
Yes, I think this is a very exciting race to watch. I have been told there is no pacer for this, so it'll be interesting to see how the tactics play out, whether, you know, it ends up tactical or somebody takes it out. I think it'll be in some of these girls' best interest to take it out to stop the kind of speed demons coming in. So I think the ones to watch will be like Bridget Dennehy, Laura Nagel, Tilly Hollier as well, and Eva Pringle's been having some really good runs recently. So we've also got Crystal Clark, who's just back from the States. So this is her first race back, I believe, back on New Zealand soil.
Awesome.
Yes, she'll be excited, I think.
And we're away here at the Ellen and Sylvia Potts Classic, the 26th running of this event. The 3K is always a feature here, and this is the national champ, 7.5 laps, where we find out who is going to be another national champion. Will it be someone like Laura Nagel or Annie Arledge, who have taken national titles, or will we see a newcomer stamp their mark and claim their first ever national title? Straight to the front goes Annie Arledge. Doesn't look in too much of a hurry. Laura Nagel just keeping an eye on proceedings on the outside, running in lane 2 in about 4th position as they go through 200 metres in 38 seconds. So it's not blistering, but it's also not too lazy at this stage.
Yeah, I think Annie's definitely going to be conscious of what I said before, just wanting to take it out and make it hard from the start. You've also got Tamara Reeves there as well. She's also just back from the States.
Awesome.
I know that she has done a few races in New Zealand since she's been back. So, this will be a good race to watch. Looking like it's already sort of stringing out slightly.
And so no real breaks. We've still got all 20 athletes within contact of this main bunch, but it is strung out to either one or two abreast. But it's Annie Arledge, then it's Reeves, Laura Nagel just tucked in there in third. Can she win her 13th senior title? Eva Pringle is right there. Bridget Dennehy, she's really come into her own over the last probably 18 months. I remember she won the first ever New Zealand road mile title.
In Rotorua.
1K in 3:13, so times that by 3, and we're looking at something around about 9:40. Now that's well within the range of Laura Nagel, who's posted a sub-9 last year.
Yeah, I think this being a New Zealand champs, they're less looking for a fast time, you know, they're looking for that win. So that's why I guess the time is potentially, I don't want to speak too soon, you never know, they could go for a blistering last K. But yeah, I think that's why we're seeing a lot of these athletes still there in the race.
We're going to see an extremely exciting last kilometre or so, because you've got to think at some point one of these runners is going to say, okay, I don't want Laura with me in that last 400, so I need to go earlier than that. Annie Arledge, she took the lead at the start, and she continues in with 3 laps to go, 1,200 metres left to run. So that pack has been whittled down. We're just sort of getting stragglers off the back, but the pack is getting 3 wide, which means, the likes of Eva Pringle, you can see Scarlett Robb just at the back there, Emily Rowan there. A lot of these athletes just thinking, okay, when am I going to make my move? They go through 6:29 through 2K, so still on track for something around about 9:40, but we can expect a massive kick down over this last K. Now Laura Nagel starts to have a sniff at the front of the race. Eva Pringle comes onto the shoulder. And Sasha Letica just there as well. Laura moves to the front. She's wanting to take this race by the scruff of the neck. 800 metres, is it too late for someone to make a move from a long way out? Will it come down to a kicker's race? 11 women in with a hunt with 700 metres left to run. It's starting to pick up the pace. Laura Nagel is pressing the gas ever so slightly. Every 100 metres or so, she's injecting a little bit more speed. So that pack of 11 in the space of 200 metres has been broken down to 8. Emily Rowan just struggling to stay on the tail there of Scarlett Robb. And as I say that, she just makes up that ground. Laura Nagel in the lead. Eva Pringle just tucked in there. Bridget Dennehy now just rounds past Eva Pringle. Laura Nagel, she's done this so many times. She's won 12 national titles. We're into the last 400 metres now. Laura Nagel, she's got that hunger. Laura Nagel in the lead with 200 metres to go. Will this be 13 national titles, or can someone pull out a massive last 200 metres? There's a bit of movement behind. Emily Rowan is starting to come up towards the medal positions, but Laura Nagel, she's right up on her toes. She's driving to the finish. It will be 13 national titles, surely. Bridget Dennehy behind her is showing the speed that you talk about, Ollie Manning, but the crowd rises to their feet because this is another home girl, a home favourite. Laura Nagel, she'll take her 13th national title. She's your 3,000 metre national champion. Bridget Dennehy in second, Eva Pringle in third. Emily Rowan can't quite get herself onto the podium, but that was commanding from Laura.
That really was, like she just took it with that 800 to go, I think it was, and then really made the other girls work for it. And you could see Bridget did really well as well in that last 200 to kind of come back. You see she injected that little bit more speed, as you said. Some fantastic runs there by some younger girls too.
So 9:24 was her time, and that shows you how quick that last K was. So they went through in 6:29, so that's a 2:55 last kilometre, which is blazing.
Yeah, very quick, and lots of PBs there, which I think you can tell with that last K. That's the only reason they got those PBs, as you say.
Yeah, look at that, right down the list. So, some of those younger athletes getting really good toe to the finish line.
Down here with Laura Nagel's just taking out another 3,000 metre title. I count it as your 4th in the most recent 2023. Laura, how does it feel?
Yeah, it's good. I just wanted to kind of go out there and see how today was going to go. Training's been a bit rocky the last couple months, and this feels like the most underprepared I've come into a race, so you just never know. But yeah, always happy to take the win, and it's home, so always good.
Indeed. In terms of tactics, you were handy to the pace, took over with about, 600 to go?
Yeah, I think around about that. I felt okay. I didn't want to have to sprint too quick at the end just with an 800 soon. But yeah, no, it was fine. It's kind of played out how I thought it would.
Good on you, Laura. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Laura Nagel there after a 1,500 metre win, and a 3,000 metre win, and 800 metres coming soon.
Very speedy final of the men's 100 metres. So we've got Troy Middleton in lane 2, Shay Veach, Caden Taylor, Lex Revel-Lewis, Hiato Yanito, Rylan Nume and Joshua Adegoke. This is a really quality field, given that we don't have Tian Welton here. But here we are, the 100 metres here at the Potts Classic. Shay Veach off to a blazing start. Look at him go. Shay Veach has the lead. Here he comes to the finish. Whoa! Lex Revel-Lewis takes second, just a tick ahead of Caden Taylor. But Shay Veach was out of the blocks. Wow, these guys were blazing. Look at that, head down, up to speed, knees driving, on the toes. Shay Veach is back. He is back. Wow. What a win from Shay Veach. Lex Revel-Lewis obviously not focusing on the 100 these days, more the 2 and the 400, but he's got to be encouraged by that 10.49, giving him that confidence that the speed ceiling is there.
100 metres for men, Shane at 10.34. I think you might have done that wind assisted. This time it's legal. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, the second time I've been in Hastings and run 10.34. This time I didn't have a +3 down the back, but yeah, the training's been going well. I was thinking 10.2. My Coach Mike was saying 10.3, so Mike's always right. That's what I've learned. Yeah.
And conditions almost ideal.
Yeah, I kind of love this. This like muggy, warm weather reminds me of Dunedin. I'm living up north now, but I'm still getting used to the weather, but it's been good.
But this is the final of the women's 100 metres here at the Potts Classic. This is Jackie Nasrabadi in lane 1, Alexandra Domansky, Brianna Irving, Madeline Waddell, Kendra Skelly-Tui, who look really good in the heats, Kiana Pohi, Georgia Gibbons and Caitlin Black. So keep your eyes on Brianna Irving in lane 3 wearing the purple, Madeline Waddell in the New Zealand Secondary Schools all black, and Kendra Skelly-Tui just next to her. Kiana Pohi had a good start as well, but here we are getting the good start this time. Brianna Irving out quickly. Skelly-Tui is running well, and it's very close. Look at Kiana Pohi coming in close. Brianna Irving, oh, those three. A blanket finish. Brianna Irving, Kendra Skelly-Tui, Kiana Pohi, so close on the line. So Brianna Irving got that good start, but middle of the race, Kiana Pohi really surged well, and just getting the dip is Brianna Irving. 12.05 is her time, 0.7 metres per second tailwind, so all these times will stand for personal best. And Kiana Pohi 12.07, Kendra Skelly-Tui 12.08, so 0.03 of a second separating these three. Next up on the track will be the men's 800, and we've got a field of 11 lining up in this one. Good strong field, and I want to see if we can get any of these boys under that magic 150. You can see Cooper Whiteman there, personal best of 150.46. He's the fastest in the field, but we saw Benjamin Wall run a 4:03 mile just the other day at Cook's Classic, so a lot of these guys are capable of those low 150s. 800 metre male runners want a 1.4.
Yeah, it's a pretty big barrier to break, and I do think, as we've seen lots of PBs go down tonight, that tonight could be a good opportunity for these guys. The wind has pretty much dropped.
Yeah, ideal conditions for 800 metre running, like Shay Veach said. Nice and warm, nice and muggy, ideal for the warm-up. And here we go at the Alan and Sylvia Potts Classic, the 26th running of this event. This is the 800 metre A race. So going straight to the front is Luca Everett, and I believe he'll be on some sort of pacemaking duties. Costa Mills just lining up behind him. Cooper Whiteman keeping close eye on attention. Van Hooven is just there as well as they go through in 56 seconds.
Yeah, Ben Wall and Costa are both in really good positions there.
So Ben Wall looking strong on the back straight now, coming onto the shoulder of Luca Everett. Luca Everett in the lead, but just as I say that, Benjamin Wall goes round using that strength that took him to the 4:03 mile, took him to the New Zealand Road Mile Champs, and opening up this lead. Look at this from Benjamin Wall. Could he possibly go a sub 150? Here he comes onto the home straight. He will have 11 seconds to run this last 100 metres. I don't think he'll do it, but he will absolutely dominate this field here at the Potts Classic. The crowd appreciates a fantastic finish from Benjamin Wall. Big finish. Van Hooven takes the second place.
Yeah, there was a massive battle there for second, about 5 of them there.
Yeah, so 150.67. Fletcher Van Hooven finishing in 153. Yarg actually, who came up into third place.
Just goes to show you really don't know in an 800 to the last 100 with the second, third, fourth and fifth. Excellent battle there. You know, you wouldn't have known that with 300 to go. And then,
the number of guys in the 153s.
Yes.
And this is the 3,000 metre senior men's champs, and this is a really strong field. We've got 18 athletes lining up for this one. Toby Golter, Jared Monk, Sam Ruth, who's been lighting up all sorts of junior records, Ben Otis, Ben Bidwar, Ben Ruth, Liam Chesney, Nick Dobby, Jared Clifford over from Australia, the T12 athlete. Then we've got Connor Melton, Matthew Taylor, William Little, Darian Sorori, Tango Mbambo, Hamish Murray, Toby Tasker, Ollie Chignell, David Lee. What a lineup, Holly Manning.
We're in for a very good race. We've also got Jared Clifford, who we saw in on Wednesday night at Cook's Classic. I'll get the fastest ever mile time by a visually impaired runner, which is pretty epic, right bang on with 4:00:45 or something.
Yeah, it was very close to a sub 4. So there's Jared wearing the white cap. First lap done and dusted, 1:03. These guys are moving. So Ben Ruth, father, of course, of Sam Ruth, and a very well accomplished distance runner in his day, now a Masters runner, and he's doing really well.
Yeah.
Just set the pace.
Looks like he is setting a bit of pace there. Yeah, he's doing an excellent job. And then you've got Toby Golter, who's also just back from the States, right behind him. And then you've got William Little, which, as we've seen, has been running exceptionally well over the past two or three seasons. And then Jared Clifford tucked in right behind Will Little.
So Ben Ruth, the Masters athlete, doing a great job of setting this race up, and he goes through in about 2:07. So that's perfect pacing. There's a lot of these boys will be wanting to not only challenge for the national title, but maybe get a sub 8 out of this race. And so the splits are looking for 64 seconds per lap, or ideally slightly under that.
Yeah, definitely. I think you'll see this is a little bit different to the women's race, where it looks slightly less tactical and more about just going for it and getting that fast time.
So Ben just moving to the side, which leaves Toby Golter, the New Zealand 10,000 metre champion, at the front of the race.
They're really not hanging around here.
They really aren't as they go through 1K. They are shifting, ladies and gentlemen. So Toby Golter, William Little, and then it's Jared Clifford, and then Ollie Chignell. Great to see Ollie. Now, it's going to be interesting how Toby plays this out, because he's probably more of the strength athlete.
Yep.
And perhaps some of these other guys, I'm sort of keeping an eye on someone like Matt Taylor back there, who's got a good turn of speed. We know Ollie Chignell's got a good turn of speed. Don't write off Jared Clifford, of course, who ran that amazing mile. So a lot of these guys might want to just think, okay, you stay out the front, you're more strength athletes, and tow us towards the finish. So still Toby Golter. Ollie Chignell looking chilled out at the front there. William Little starting to show a bit of expression of pain on the face, as you'd expect this deep. 2 laps to go now. This race is really starting to work towards the pointy end as Ollie Chignell takes the lead. And Ollie Chignell, he's won 5 senior national titles, but never the 3K. He's in the lead of the 3K right now, and behind him 5 other men who would love to take that national title. Toby Golter having to run wide around Connor Melton. Sam Ruth is right there. We haven't yet talked about the youngster. Could the youngster take a senior national title as a 15-year-old? Do we dare to believe it? Ollie Chignall in the lead, then it's William Little. Sam Ruth is right there. These three men battling. There's another three just behind them. Can they close the gap?
Well, Sam looks really, really good.
Sam looks really good, and we know the strength that Sam Ruth has. He's fast over the 15, he's fast over the 8. Ollie Chignall, has he given himself enough runway? Has he taken the sting out of Sam Ruth's legs? William Little starting to struggle now. Ollie Chignall, it's the experienced campaigner up against the youngster. What a battle we've got on our hands here at the Ellen and Sylvia Potts Classic. 3,000 metres, this is a national title on the line. The junior rounds onto the shoulder of Ollie Chignall. Here comes Sam Ruth running for a senior national title at the age of 15. The crowd rises to their feet. What are we seeing here tonight at Hastings? He goes sub-8. He takes the national title. Sam Ruth, take a bow.
Wow, my jaw is on the floor. That was insane. I think there'll be a lot of people watching this live stream tonight from overseas who've just started hearing of Sam Ruth and all the world records he's breaking, so they'll be pretty impressed with that race, I think.
We saw him go 8:05 at the end of last year in the 3K, setting a world's best. We saw him run so close to a sub-4 minute mile just last week. Now he claims a national senior title, and look at the number of bodies on the floor. Sam Ruth has sprinted past all of them to take a senior national title at the age of 15. So look at all these PBs, 4 guys under 8, and that's a massive mark, particularly for those who haven't gone sub-8 yet. David Lee picking up the silver medal. William Little, who did a lot of work earlier on 7:57, another PB. Ollie Chignall just getting nudged out in that last burn up at the end, which I totally lost track of, just keeping my eye on Sam Ruth.
Wow,
we've got more to come.
Yeah, I got so excited I forgot about the 800.
We've got Cameron Smart, Holly Fawcett, Stella Peerless, Izzy Thornton-Bott from Australia, Alison Andrews-Paul, Bo Ritchie, Laura Nagel, back again from the 3K title, Rosa Twyford, Brianna Stevenson, who I imagine's doing some pacemaking,
yes, she's
Judy.
pacing, yep.
And Holly Rule, Samantha Lachelles, and Poppy Healy.
With the main focus being on Alison Andrews-Paul, I think she's trying to go for that 2 flat. Her PB's 2:01 low, so I believe, the last few races we've seen, she's run very well, so I think she can go out tonight with the great conditions and hopefully get that with an excellent pacer.
Final race of the night, the Andrew Spence Pharmacies 800 metres elite women's A final. There is Alison Andrews-Paul on the inside, wearing the black, number 5 on her chest, and straight to the front will be Brianna. She'll be given a task, no doubt, of going through in about 27, 28 seconds, and she does exactly that.
Right on.
Alison Andrews-Paul just right in there on the shoulder. You can see Cameron Smart just starting to lose a little bit of connection as Bo Ritchie just rounds Cameron Smart and comes into the rail. And as the rain starts to come down, probably perfect timing for the night here in Hastings on the lead. Perfect pacing through 400 metres. Brianna Stevenson taking them through. Alison Andrews-Paul, she's right there.
Right
Stella Peerless is right on her shoulder as well. Bo Ritchie, what can she do tonight? As we see, and Alison Andrews-Paul, she wants that sub-2. She's starting to press for home now. What's she going to go through? 600 and it's going to be a tick over 130. She starts to kick for home. Bo Ritchie comes into second place. Stella Peerless now in third. Bo Ritchie, can she close that gap up to Stella Peerless? What can Stella deliver in the rain here in Hastings? The final event of the Ellen and Sylvia Potts Classic here in 2025. Here she comes, the crowd makes some noise for her as she steams towards the finish. Alison Andrews-Paul, she's going to take out the title tonight. She wins in about 2:03. Bo Ritchie right behind her. Stella Peerless in third, and they steam home. Somehow Laura Nagel came through for fifth. I have no idea how she managed to pull that one off.
Incredible. An incredible run by Bo Ritchie too. I think that might be a PB for her. Looked about 2:03, 2:04.
So there's confirmation. Meet record. 2:02.97.
So many PBs there as well.
Ritchie, look at all those PBs. 2:03. Stella Peerless 2:04. And look down the list, just PBs galore. Brilliant running. The likes of Cameron Smart and Holly Rule stepping up from the 400 to the 8. Really cool to see that.
800 metres out of St Andrews Pool, just trying to shake some of the lactic acid out of your legs. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm pretty tired right now. First 800 of the season, so stings a little, but it's good to be back.
What were you aiming for tonight, time-wise?
Yeah, I kind of said to myself, I think 2:02 or faster, I'd be happy. Around 2:02.9, and I'm not happy. But that's the way it goes, and it's a great season opener. Great effort on my own. I don't run right behind pacers a lot, so I was kind of just trying to treat it like, let's just see what we can do behind a pacer, really take the stress out of it. So definitely happy to get a win at home and to come back to Potts and be able to compete here.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Alison Andrews Paul after 800 metre victory here in the dark, the gloom and the rain starting here at Hastings, but we've been lucky with the weather.
Now next up in the athletics domestic calendar, we head up to Auckland, West Auckland in particular, the Truss Arena. That's on Sunday evening, so if you're anywhere near that part of the country, be sure to book your tickets and head along there. A lot of these athletes will be doubling back. We have a lot of athletes that come out from Japan, South Korea, Australia, particularly for the Sir Graham Douglas meet. So make sure you get along to see some of the best athletes, not only from New Zealand, but this corner of the world. My name is Hayden Sherman. I've been joined by Holly Manning, and we've just had a fantastic day in the sunshine here in Hastings at the Ellen and Sylvia Potts Classic. We thank you for tuning into our coverage, and as the rain comes down, we will leave you, and we will look forward to joining us next Sunday from the Sir Graham Douglas International Track Meet as the summer circuit continues here in Aotearoa. We will see you then. Mā te wā.